Cut down instructions for multi-point compatible astragals.
Before you start, you'll first need to determine your index number. You'll need this in the following steps.
First, measure the starting length of the astragal and round down to the nearest half inch.
Next, take the new desired length and round down to the nearest half inch.
Then take the difference between the two rounded numbers, and this is your index number. For example, if you cut it down to 79 1/4 inch astragal down to 75 3/4 of an inch, round 79 1/4 to 79 and 75 3/4 down to 75 1/2. Subtract the two rounded numbers, 79 minus 75 1/2, which will give you your index number of 3 1/2. Note, each astragal has a minimum cut length, where the minimum cut length is dependent upon the handle height of the lock. Step 1. Removing the astragal's components. First, remove the upper and lower trim covers. Then remove the included hardware pack. Next, remove the upper trim cap. Next, remove the upper bolt assembly. Rotate bolt drive plug spacer stack assembly out of notches in drive bars, and slide upper bolt assembly out of the astragal body. Next, remove both the bolt T-bar and bolt J-bar. Rotate the bolt drive plug spacer stack assembly out of the notch in the bolt drive linkages, and then out of the astragal's body. Step 2. Shortening the drive plug spacer stack. Remove the number of segments equal to the index number. For example, with the index number of 3 1/2, remove 3 1-inch segments and 1 1/2-inch segment. After shortening, reassemble the drive lug spacer stack assembly. Step 3. Cutting down the astragal's body. Measure and mark the astragal for the desired cut down length at the top of the astragal. Always note, when cutting down the astragal, reduce the length at the top end only. Cutting down the astragal from the bottom will result in an unusable astragal. A 9/16 inch notch at the top of the astragal is necessary and must now be restored. To restore the notch, mark the wide side of the astragal 9/16 of an inch from the top. Then make a second cut through the astragal, cutting through the wide side as shown. Step 4. Reassembling the astragal's body. First, slide the J-bar and T-bar halfway into the astragal's body. Align the upper chute bolt assembly with the notches on the J-bar and T-bar. Once it is properly aligned, slide it into the astragal's body. Next, install the upper fin trim cap. Now it's time to replace the shortened drive plug assembly. Note the orientation of the drive plug spacer stack. All long tabs must be aligned in the same direction. Now rotate the bolt drive plug spacer stack assembly into the notches on the bolt drive linkages into the astragal's body. First, insert the long tab into the bolt T-bar notch and rotate the assembly into position so that the short tab engages the bolt J-bar notch. Reposition the drive lug spacer stack assembly so the drive lug tab engages the J-bar.
And finally, check the operation of the Astragal. Activate the flip lever and both upper and lower chute bolts should be thrown and retracted.
Visit EnduraProducts.com for these and additional instructions.